What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video. It's your boy NoTNF. Today we have a ranked replay of Cyber Dragons going up against Fire Kings. So we chose to go second, and in our opening hand we have Cyber Dark Realm, Cyber Dragon, Cyber Jormungandr, Lightning Storm, and Infinite Impermanence. Opponent has Circle of the Fire Kings, Fire King High Avatar Kirin, Infinite Impermanence, Sacred Fire King Runics, and Dominus Impulse. Alright, so opponent's gonna start their turn, and unfortunately they did not draw into any good plays, so all they do was set Dominus Impulse as well as the Infinite Impermanence, and they will pass for turn. So we start our turn and we draw into triple Tactics Dust. So in the main phase, the first thing we do is activate our beautiful Lightning Storm, calling spells and traps. And then we're going to activate Cyber Dark Realm. Cyber Dark Realm is a one-card starter, guys. We use its effect to search, and our opponent will just immediately scoop because they have no plays, no interruptions, and that's OTK right there. So now we're going into game number 2. Our opponent made us go first. Very interesting. So in our opening hand, we have Wallows, Cyber Dragon Core, Power Bond, Nashter, another Core. Opponent has Fire King High Avatar Kirin, Fire King Volcanics, Triple Tactics Thrust, Fire King Island, and Triple Tactics Talent. Alright, so we enter the main phase. The only play we can do here is most likely normal summon the Core. Core effect, Core will search for Cyber Dark Realm. Luckily there's no draw, so we're going to activate Cyber Dark Realm to search for Cyber Dark Chimera. Use the effect of Realm to normal summon our Chimera. Link summon into Clockwork Knight with Core Clockwork Knight effect to search for the continuous spell Clockwork Knight. Use the effect of Cyber Dark Chimera. So here I decided to discard the Power Bond because I still wasn't sure what my opponent was playing. Because I saw the Dominus Impulse, I thought, oh, he could be playing Malice, because I do know Malice players can play Impulse. So instead of discarding the Clockwork Knight and losing on the Regulus Negate, I want to keep that Clockwork Knight in my hand to act as a floodgate because I thought we were playing against Malice. So we search for Power Bond. Next, we're going to use Clockwork Knight and Chimera, link into SP. Chimera effect will send Cyber Dark Worm to the graveyard. Then we'll use Worm effect, sending Hertz as cost to special summon itself and just add Realm back to our hand. On a new chain, Hertz effect will add Cyber Dragon to our hand. Here I use Nashter's effect, discarding Cyber Dragon. The only reason I do this is I need to get Nashter into the grave. And I can't do that because we're keeping Clockwork Knight in our hand. So I use its own effect just to bring itself onto the field. I don't use its effect on summon yet because we will save that for Cyber Jormungandr instead. Never mind, I take back what I said. Nashter effect will special summon our Cyber Dragon. Sorry guys. We're gonna go straight into Cyber Dragon Nova. Cyber Dragon Nova's effect, Reborn Hertz. Exceed summon into infinity. We'll activate Power Bond's effect and we'll use Nashter and Hertz just to fusion summon into Heroes of Varag. I guess we did not do the polymerization way. Sorry, just a bit of a weird combo that I did, but we still managed to end on the similar end board just without the Regulus Negate. Don't forget the unsummon effect of Heroes of Varag. Next, we'll activate Clockwork Knight and we will pause for turn. In end phase, we resolve Power Bond, taking 2100 damage. So opponent will start the turn and they draw into a Fire King Runics. In the standby phase, we just recycle Power Bond back to our hand. In the main phase, activate Fire King Island. They just jumped ahead, but basically they're using the effect of Fire King Island, and here I decide to just use Heroes of Varag to negate. They activate Thrust, and here I was thinking, do I want to negate with Infinity? But instead I said to myself, let me rather just negate the spell or trap card they add off Thrust. They add a Dominus Impulse and then they next play Triple Tactics Talent, which is pretty good because now imagine we used Infinity to negate the Thrust. Then it can just immediately go Talents to take, Talents to draw, etc. whichever one. But opponent uses the effect to take and we're going to use Infinity to negate it. Opponent will normal summon Alcanics. Alcanics effect. Alcanics is going to destroy one other fire monster in their hand or face of field, and they can add one fire beast, beast warrior, or winged beast from the deck to their hand, and his level becomes the monster that they added. There we go. I let it go through. They'll destroy the Kirin in the hand, and they'll add Fire King Avatar Avata. Kirin's effect, I believe I could use SP, but I decided I don't use it yet because as training 2 it will be Fire King Garunix. And here I decide to use SP. I'll target SP and Infinity, banish both cards. I want to protect them and still keep them for my next turn during the end phase. So opponent will just special summon the Garunix, and then Kirin will resolve. I believe it's special summoned the Avata and popped our hero's Varag. On a new chain, Garunix effect, it will destroy Alcanix from the deck. Alcanix effect will trigger and will special summon the OG Garunix from the deck. Opponent will use the 2 Garunix as well as Alcanix to then perform a link summon into Princess. Princess effect will reborn the Kirin. Opponent will enter the battle phase and deal for some damage, but luckily we do have Clockwork Knight to just reduce each of the monsters' attack by 500. So we do manage to survive. Then in the main phase 2, opponent will then link summon into Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. Set the impulse, proceed to the end phase. In the end phase, SP and Infinity will return back to our field. And then we draw for turn, we draw into a Lancear. Like I said, guys, I thought I was going against Malice. So in the main phase, we have the Avata negate to deal with. We have the Princess pop, and also when a fire monster gets destroyed, we have the Garunix as well to deal with. Essentially, it will just destroy a Kirin, and Kirin is a pop. So that's the cards we need to deal with, as well as a set card. So I was thinking what to do in the main phase, and I decided, okay, cool, let's use Infinity. It doesn't have any materials attached to it, so I can use that as one form of negate. Well, and bait to bait and negate. There we go. So I target the Avata, and our opponent will obviously chain Avata, destroy the Raging Phoenix, and then Garunix will trigger to special summon itself. I decide to let it go through. Then on a new chain, Garunix effect, I let that go through as well. So opponent will destroy the Kirin, then Kirin's effect will trigger to special summon a Fire King monster from hand or grave, and they get to pop a card. So they special summon the Alcanix, and the card they choose to destroy is our Infinity. On a new chain, Alcanix effect, it will destroy the Avata to add Fire King Ponix to the hand. Avata effect to just special summon the OG Garunix from the graveyard. So I decide to activate Cyberdark Realm to search for Cyberdark Claw because we don't have a Cyberdark Claw in our graveyard. We already have Worm and Chimera. Next, I'm going to normal summon the Core effect. We're going to search for Cyberlord Fusion. That is the only ideal target we had. Then using Core, because our opponent did not pop Clockwork Knight, we're just going to contact fuse all of our opponent's monsters with the Core. And then we are going to attempt to enter the power phase because we can deal 4,500 with Fortress, 2,100 with SP, and then we have Cyberlord Fusion, just a quick fusion into Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, and that's for game. My mistake is I should have summoned this Cyberdark Claw actually. That was my mistake. I should have done that. But we do attack with Fortress and SP Little Knight, and then I activate Cyberlord Fusion. Opponent then chains Dominus Impulse to negate. I have no response to that. So unfortunately, we could not kill our opponent. That was my mistake. I should have summoned this Claw off the Realm normal summon effect. So we go to main phase 2. Now I use Cyberdark Realm to normal summon, which is what I should have done. Then we use Claw and Fortress to link summon into Sky Striker Ace Azalea just to destroy their field spell. And because we have 3 or less spells, we had 2 spells in our graveyard, Azalea does go to the graveyard. Then we proceed to the end phase, and our opponent will draw for turn. They draw into a triple Tactics Thrust. So from here, in the main phase, they normal summon Ponix effect. I let it go through, they add Fire King Sanctuary. Next, I'll activate Fire King Sanctuary. They'll place the Fire King Island onto the field spell zone. They'll use the effect of Fire King Island. And here I was thinking, okay, cool. They need to destroy a Fire King monster in the hand or field. And I was like, cool, let me take the risk. I'm going to go SP, banish the Ponix. Maybe Ponix is the only Fire King Fire King monster they have, or the only fire monster they have. Cool. So I banish the SB and banish the Ponix. Fire King Island does not resolve. Then opponent will go Thrust. I have no response. They search for Pot of Prosperity. They activate Pot of Prosperity. Sorry. Because we did not control a monster, our opponent has to set that card, and my opponent was not aware of that. So they scoop, and Cyber Dragon will take the win. That was a very close call. If we did not chain SB, Fire King Island was about to pop off for our opponent. But thankfully, Cyber Dragon took the win, guys, and it was a bit rocky. Some mistakes were made. I could have played better, but at least we still won. So, guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I will see you guys in the next video. Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.